Alapura, famous for its boat races, beaches, marine products and coir industry, is a world-renowned backwater tourist destination of India. Kuttanad, Alapura backwaters and Alapura beach are the must-see tourist attractions in the district. A town with canals, backwaters, beaches, and lagoons, Alapura was described by George Curzon, Viceroy of India at the start of the 20th century, as the Venice of the East. Hence, it is known as the Venetian capital of Kerala. It is an important tourist destination in India. History says Alapura had trade relations with ancient Greece and Rome in BC and in the Middle Ages. Carved out of erstwhile Kottayam and Kollam Quillan districts, Alleppey district was formed on 17 August 1957. The name of the district Alleppey, the anglicised form, was changed as Alapura, as per Go P. No. Why Alleppey must visit? Here is a clear answer. Alapura backwaters are also connected to Vembanad Lake, the longest lake in India. Watching a sunrise or sunset at Vembanad Lake is a sight not to be missed. There is reason to say backwater. Backwater is water turned back in its course by an obstruction on opposing current or the flow of tide in a river channel. It is advisable to carry dark-colored clothes, as you wouldn't want white or light-colored clothes to get dirty from the rainwater and slush, especially when you visit tourist places in Alleppey. During summer, light cotton or linen clothes will be the type of material to go for when you visit Kerala during summer. How many days are enough to visit Alleppey? It's a big question. 4 to 5 days are enough to explore the best of Alleppey. You can visit the top tourist places, enjoy activities, and stay in the houseboat for a memorable experience. So you think that travel to Alleppey is just about the backwaters? Okay, that might be a big part. But, should it be in and out of Alleppey in one day? Because what else is there to do in Alleppey besides the backwaters, right? Okay, so it can be just one day in Alleppey. And it can also be longer. It depends on what you're looking for. If you have just a short 1 week in Kerala, then you may not want to spend any more time in Alleppey than just your Kerala backwaters activity of choice. It's true, much of it does revolve around the backwaters. But, you are in Alleppey, the major travel destination of the Kerala backwaters, so you need to soak in all the backwaters that you can get, right? Right. But there are a few more things to do in Alleppey beyond the backwaters so you can take in the Kerala atmosphere, if you're looking for more. That means that if you've been backpacking around India for a month or longer, and you're looking for a place to kind of rest up for a few days, Alleppey can also be a perfect place to do so. And in the case you really only want to spend one day in Alleppey, here are ideas on how to make the most of it. Best things to do in Alleppey in one day. Wake up to ocean views with a rooftop stay steps from the beach. Take an Alleppey ferry on the Kerala backwaters. Canoe ride on the backwaters. Drink coconut water in the backwaters and eat the coconut too. Visit a toddy shop to drink Kerala alcohol made from palm trees. If you have planned to visit Alleppey and houseboat services, I suggest you to go with the guidance of Welcome Cruise. Welcome Cruise are a leading houseboat provider in Alleppey, Kerala. Welcome Cruise are the premium in all type of houseboat, motorboat, rowing boat, village tour, taxis, AC and non-AC operations, which offers scenic view of the Alleppey backwaters. Outlook of our houseboats reflects the typical glory of ancient carpentry. Provide a pathway for the visitors to experience the backwaters, beaches, hill stations, islands and historical places. Sail, float, trek and drive to explore our realm. 4 seasons every year, a festival every day, a smile every second. Welcome to God's own country. Alapura referred by travels, the Venice of the East Arabian Sea, on the western large number of Lake layered, and the 43 rivers with the land 5 feet below the sea level, makes this prolific place a God's own created country for his own paradise. Imagine the floating hotel suite, without any limitations at any cost. Wake up in the new water view every morning. That is the experience that our fleet of houseboats gives you, is the tranquil water is the midst of the lush green paradise. Let's go deeper into Welcome Cruise services. What is Shikara? Shikara boat Alleppey is relatively smaller than a home vessel. Alleppey Shikara boat can take that for provided, as if a Shikara cruise Alleppey were a pickup van, on the streets, and has been providing the visitors of Alleppey, as a cab does on land. Next is canoe. The boat has a natural beauty. From here you will be floating, in a typical traditional country craft, which is built in Artocarpus wood, Anjali in Malayalam, about 32 feet long, and 3.9 feet wide, seating capacity 4 people. They have houseboats too, which is 2-bedroom welcome cruise houseboat and 3-bedroom welcome cruise houseboat. If you are interested, please contact on these addresses. Address: Boat Jetty Road, near KSRTC bus stand, Alappuzha, Kerala, S India. PIN: 688,011. Land number: +91 477 2251717. Mobile: +91 98460300018. Email: info@welcomecruise.com. Alleppey Deluxe houseboats will cost you around 6,000, 8,000 depending on the room you choose and the number of days you book your stay. All charges are variable according to season. Generally, the charge for a houseboat varies from 5,500 Indian rupees to 18,000 Indian rupees for a day trip. The rental cost starts from 20,000 Indian rupees for overnight cruise. If you select houseboat cruises, with additional activities like fishing, romantic dinner etc., additional charges apply. Even though there are tours available for all kinds of budgets, the average budget for a Kerala backwater tour is 1,500 rupees per day per person. Kumarakom is much more rural and has more luxury resorts than Alleppey. Alleppey gives you the facility of a town, even though your lakeside resort may be a short journey away. For getting away from the cacophony of a city, Kumarakom is an ideal choice, while if you are looking for a choice, Alleppey would be the best. A voyage along the backwaters, on one of the traditional, thatched boats, is one of the quintessential Kerala experiences. The Ketavalam, as they are known, were once used to carry rice and passengers around the waterways and are now being adapted as houseboats, many extremely luxurious. They come in all shapes and sizes, the roofs usually bowed, curving gracefully toward the water. We take an overnight cruise, meeting our charming crew of 3 at the busy coastal city of Alleppey. It is one of those chaotic, choked Indian towns that thrum with an anarchic energy, where speeding rickshaws and mopeds play real-life dodgem on the streets before being held up by the occasional elephant progressing along in stately fashion. The contrast with the waterways couldn't be starker. Once you're on the water, the delirium of Alleppey fades to a dim memory, replaced by a pervasive calm. A cruise along the canals is captivating, so serene, so tranquil, that it weaves a kind of meditative spell, like a deep tissue massage for the soul. We slowly glimpse the quotidian charms of local life here, the beautiful little cottages along the waterways, with moored boats instead of parked cars, small shops and toddy bars, numerous churches, some daringly modern in style, others tracing their roots back to the time of St. Thomas, the doubting apostle, who is said to have arrived in these parts in the 1st century. As the houseboat chugs along, we regularly hear the slap 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 of cloth smacking against stone as mothers do the family laundry by the water's edge, while children pause in the games and wave in our direction. The captain docks the houseboat beneath some palm trees as we stop for lunch, and we become distracted by a most unusual sight. A lone duck herder on a canoe is expertly chaperoning a flock of hundreds of quacking ducks along the water, steering them this way and that with the use of a very long stick, both paddle and conductor's baton, with which he propels himself and splashes the water to keep his charges on course, corralling them toward his colleagues on the riverbank. With the ducks safely home, the herder moves on to do it all again with another flock, an act of Sisyphean patience. Later, we pass a cramped cricket game unfolding in the space between some palm trees, a scrawny wicket worn on the wiry grass. The boys wield their bats expertly, accounting for the tree trunks as if they were rival players. They, too, stop and smile and wave, the sense of hospitality boundless. As the afternoon draws to a close, we take a canoe along a narrow canal, passing small, pretty cottages, and then walk along the small dams near the rice paddies, bending to duck beneath the broad leaves of banana trees. With the sun setting to the west, the rice paddies before us glow an iridescent green. It's a dazzling sight, a vivid example of Kerala's natural beauty. We return to the houseboat, as darkness falls and the vibrant colors fade to black. Whirring bugs accumulate in the air around us, and we catch a faint call to prayer echoing from a distant minaret, and enthusiastic singing drifting over the water from a nearby church. God's own country, they call it. We close our eyes on the natural splendor and believe